Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Come on in the room. Good morning. Come on in. It's Monday again. It is Monday. Come on in the room. Let me know how you're doing today. Well, how you doing so far? Come on in. Oh, what a question. What's your tag? Evans. What a question. He loves everybody. He does. He loves everybody. Doesn't matter your color. Doesn't matter where you're from. Jesus loves everybody. All of us. Okay? He loves all of us. So, if you were wondering, good morning, Liz. Good morning, Teeks. Happy Monday, Lilia. If you were wondering and if you've been hesitant, he loves you, my friend. Evans. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Jesus loves all of us. That is a great question to start out the live. I see your message, Liz. I see it. I'm going to respond once I'm done here. Good morning, everyone. Come on in, double tap. Let me share this out. It's Monday again. It's the last Monday in March, right? Isn't it? No, there's one more Monday. Is it? Yes, one more. One more Monday to go. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you are. I hope you're doing well. So we have one more Monday to go in the month of March. One more. One more Monday to go. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I was about to share this out. Let me share it out. That's what I was about to do. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I miss you too. Miss you too. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Hey, Wildner, you're saying something about my certificates, but yeah, they're all mine. They're all mine. All right, let's share this out. That's what I'm trying to do. Good morning. Ooh, I love where the numbers are at. Good morning, everyone. Let me just share this out, then I'll do my introduction, and then we'll move right into it. I won't take up too much of your time today. Let me just share the stream out. You can do the same. Double tap as you come in. Yes, Morning Glory is singing. She is singing out there. She is singing. Like, as soon as I turn the light on in my office, she just goes to singing. As soon as I turn the light on, she goes to singing. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the room. Welcome, welcome. I'm Anika V. Brown, Master Life Coach and Mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. Welcome to my virtual space. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Get connected. We're going places. We're doing major things. It is important that you are connected to a community in this season, a community of same-minded or like-minded individuals. Hey, Braden, good morning. That are going places and doing major things and accomplishing their life goals. So hit that follow button so you'll get the notification whenever I go live. Now, let's jump right into it. I like to start out our sessions with our gratitude check-in. We practice gratitude here because it helps to keep us in the mindset of abundance. We're not complaining about what's not here, who's not here, what's not big enough. No, we practice gratitude because it helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. So go ahead and drop in the comments some things that you're absolutely grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. We're not complaining. We're not starting the day off complaining about anything. No, we're being grateful for what we already have. All right, so go ahead and drop it in the comments. Grateful for everything. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. I love that. Well, you could go back out and come back in, John. Maybe that'll fix it for you, okay? Grateful for my journey of becoming. I love that. I love that. Grateful for the gift of life. Love it. Grateful for life. Awesome. I love that. I love that. We like to say the big three here, right? Life, health, and strength. So for those of you who are new, if those are the three things that you're absolutely grateful for, you can drop in the comments the big three: life, health, and strength. Good morning. Life is precious. How are you? The air I breathe. Awesome. Love that for you, Tony. I love that. I love that. So we practice gratitude here because it helps to keep us in a mindset of abundance. Now, let's keep it rolling. The theme for this year for the Commanders community is executive living. We're focusing on operating our lives like a Fortune 500 company, and we are the executive over it. So we're making all the decisions, making the moves, standing up in our boldness and going forward to do the things that we desire to do. Now, with that theme, we have two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Number one, I am an effective executive over my life. So that is the first mantra that we're walking through the year with. I am an effective executive over my life. The second mantra, I only exude executive energy. I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. Okay? I only exude executive energy. I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. So I'm not going to let anything throw me off my game. I'm not going to get distracted because there's a specific destination that I want to get to by the end of this year. So I have to remain focused. I have to remain disciplined. There are going to be days that you don't feel like doing it, but you got to do it anyways, okay? If you want to get to these goals, you have to do it anyways. And then you got to stay organized. You can't be everywhere doing everything. No, what is important to the goal that I'm trying to accomplish? That is what I'm going to do. Okay, so again, the two mantras that we're walking through the year with. Good morning, King. How are you? Number one, I am an effective executive over my life. And number two, I only exude executive energy. I'm focused, I'm disciplined, I'm organized. All right, so those are the mantras that we're walking through the year with. And you continue to say them. And as you say them, you will see how they manifest in the way that you make decisions, the places that you go, the things and people that you connect with. Okay. All right, great. Let's pray and then we will get into our affirmations. Okay, let's do that. Let's pray. I'm going to pray the 23rd Psalm for us. You're going to type in the comments, amen. It says that you agree with the prayer. All right, so here we go. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He makes us to lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside still waters. He restores our souls. He leads us in a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will fear no evil. For thou art with us, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Thou preparest a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Thou anointest our heads with oil. Our cups run over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen, amen, and amen. Yes, surely, without a doubt, goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our lives. Yes, indeed. Thank y'all so much for typing amen. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We're going to move right into our affirmations. Let's elevate our mindset. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. There's so much power in agreement. You got to catch me on the replay and slow it down, my friend. You got to catch me on the replay and slow it down. Okay, so here we go. And the more you show up, here's what I'll encourage you to do. For those of you who think that I speak too fast, you got to show up consistently until your ears adjust to the way that I speak. Okay? All right? For those who have been joining me for a while now, their ears have adjusted to the tone and the speed that I speak at. Okay, I promise you they didn't miss anything that I said. So your challenge, my friend, is going to be showing up consistently so that your ears can adjust to the speed that I speak at. Okay? All right. Great, great, great. Awesome. Awesome. Let's get into our affirmations. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to read through them. You're going to repeat them to yourself, and then you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right. So here we go. I'm capable. I am responsible. I am grateful. I am focused on growth. I control my attitude. I am authentically me everywhere I go. I am worthy of God's best for me. I am patient with myself. I am patient with others. I have compassion for myself. And I have compassion for others. I embrace positive thinking. I welcome abundance and prosperity into my life. I am courageous and I have peace. I forgive myself and I forgive others. My spirit is renewed. My mind is free. I have a success mindset. I have a clear vision. I am a discipline builder. I am accountable to my goals. I am innovative. I am influential. I am a winner. I am healed and whole. Today I choose peace. Today I choose joy. Today I choose faith. And today I choose to flourish. I give myself permission to be successful. I give myself permission to take up space. I give myself permission to live my dreams. I give myself permission to win. I am a visionary. I see beyond my present. I think beyond limitations. I create the future. Nothing is impossible for me. Nothing is impossible for me. I can have it. I can build it. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can heal from it. I can recover. I can purchase it. I can get approved for it. Nothing is impossible for me. I can launch it. I can write it. I can overcome it. Nothing is impossible for me. Absolutely nothing. I can become it. I can overcome it. I can heal. I can recover. Nothing is impossible for me. I want you to stay in that mindset as you're going after your goals this year, okay? Remind yourself every day, nothing is impossible for me. I can absolutely have that dream life. I can absolutely have that financial status. I can absolutely have that educational level. I can have it. Nothing is impossible for me. Okay? So I want you to wake up with that. Fully funded. Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, indeed. Fully funded. Nothing is impossible for me. Stay right there in that mindset. All right? Great. Awesome. Let's get into some announcements really quickly. Now, for those of you who came in a little late, I did introduce myself as a master life coach and mentor. Did I do that? I think I did. I'm a master life coach and mentor with a focus in productivity and mindset. So with that, I do have a coaching community and I have a mentorship program. So if you're looking for a coach or a mentor in this season, if you're tired of procrastinating, right? You want a shift in your mindset. You want a shift in your level of productivity and stop procrastinating. You're going to send me a message with the word mentor, and I'll help you to get enrolled in my mentorship program so that we can work together on your next major life goal. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to send me a message and we can discuss the options that are available for you to work with me. All right. Now, if you're saying, yes, I do need a coach. Good morning, Keisha. How are you? I do need a coach. I do need a mentor. I need some programs. I need some resources, but I do not have the budget for it. What you're going to do is see the link in my bio. Okay, you're going to download the money plan. It's 10 ways to fund your personal development. You're going to work those ideas and then come on back and enroll in the program so we can work together. Okay, so no excuses when we hit December. And I don't want you to say, oh, I didn't have the funds. I needed the help, but I didn't have the funds for it. I'm giving you the solution here. Okay, so go to the link in my bio, download the money plan, and work those ideas. 10 ways to fund your personal development. And then you come on back and enroll in the program so we can work together. All right. Awesome. Great. Now, this coming Thursday at 7 p.m., my ministry will be hosting a group counseling session, and we're going to be dealing with emotional regulation. So if you are that individual or you know someone that struggles with regulating their emotions, I need you to get in the room. It is a free session, 7 p.m. Eastern Time this Thursday. If you want access to that room, you're going to message me the word counseling, and I'll get the information over to you so that you can log in and join us this Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right? If you have any questions about this counseling session, just send me a message and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have about it. All right? Great, great, great. Awesome. I think that is it. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have. All right. All right. So we're going to jump right into Keith. That is a fact. But if you have the right tools, you can do it. Okay. So that's our goal, to give you the tools needed to be able to regulate your emotions. All right. Because what we don't want is for you to do all of this work to get to your life goal, and then you lose it on a day that you shouldn't, right? You blow up on the wrong person, say the wrong thing at the wrong time because your emotions are out of whack. We don't want that. Or you're so emotionally exhausted that you don't show up for the things that you've been praying for, right? The door's open and you can't show up because you're so emotionally drained. We don't want that. So we want to give you some tools to help you with that. All right. So send me a message with the word counseling and I'll get the information over to you so that you can join us. So this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So put it on your calendar, message me so that I can get you the login information. All right, let's jump right into the word of the day. We're back in the Bold Moves Manual, the original version of it. And today we're going to be on page 145. Page 145. So we're going to talk about excellence. So page 145, we're going to talk about excellence. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Global Chick Venture. So if you do not have a copy of this book, can y'all put the information in where they can get this book? Okay, so it's the Bold Moves Manual. Yep. Put in the comments for me where they can get it. There you go. So for those of you who want to follow along with us and you want a copy of it, there's the information in the comments where you can get your copy, okay? All right, yes, page 145. Page 145. So we're talking about excellence today. Yes, we are. Okay, so let's jump right into my notes. So I'm reading from the manuscript. So if you hear me say a word that is not in the book, that's because I'm reading from the original manuscript, okay? Good morning, Lexi. How are you? We're back in the Bold Moves Manual. We're on page 145 today. We're talking about excellence, operating with excellence. I love it. All right. So excellence, and the definition that we went with is the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. Okay. You're doing well. Great. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. No complaints at all. So it is the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. And here's what I want you to know. I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with wanting to operate with excellence. There's nothing wrong with that. Not perfectionism, right? Because that is something different. but operating with excellence. Excellence focuses on continuous growth, high standards, learning from your mistakes. Okay, so that's excellence. Perfectionism demands flawless results with zero tolerance for errors. Okay, when it comes to perfectionism, you can't make a mistake. You're not putting it out until it is flawless. That's perfectionism. Okay, and that often leads to anxiety and burnout. But excellence, on the other hand, excellence, there's nothing wrong with wanting to operate with excellence. Okay, so continuous growth, focusing on continuous growth, high standards. Having high standards is okay. All right, don't let anybody tell you, oh, your standards are too high. You're expecting too much. You want to go too far. Don't let anybody play a trick on you and tell you that you want too much or your standards are too high. No, because if you don't have standards, they're going to take advantage of you. All right, people are going to take advantage of you if you do not have standards, and you're going to settle for every and anything. And guess what? You're going to be so miserable in your life if you do not have standards. You're going to be very miserable. Yep, I'm telling you. Okay, so excellence focuses on continuous growth, high standards, learning from mistakes. All right, and perfectionism that demands flawless results, zero tolerance for errors, and that leads to anxiety and burnout. So when you're experiencing anxiety in what you're doing and extreme burnout, is because you're trying to operate from perfectionism and not excellence. Okay? All right, great. So it is time to go extraordinary and drop the ordinary. Okay? Drop the ordinary response or the ordinary way of doing things. Okay? So you're going to extraordinary and dropping ordinary, which is something that will set you apart in everything that you do. For those of you who have been following my journey here on social media, you can see the transition, like things changing over time. And that is because I want to operate with excellence. I want my brand to represent excellence when I show up. Okay? So excellence is about giving your best, being intentional, and standing out in a world that settles for average. Average is a very crowded place. You don't want to be there. But excellence, however, is very rare. It's very rare. And that is where we want to be. Okay? Now, people may forget what you say to them, but they will never forget the excellence that you bring to what you do. They'll never forget that. And another level that I value, or another thing that I value when it comes to excellence, is customer service. It's customer service. Trust me, I'll be committed to your business if your customer service is good. I will be very committed to your business if your customer service is good. I value that. And if you've ever communicated with me, you know that I value customer service, especially in my response time. I try to get back to you as soon as possible and give you as much information as I'm able to do. Okay? Yes, Chick-fil-A service. Absolutely. They operate with excellence, right? They operate with excellence. That's what their brand represents. We're going to speak to you in a mannerly way, right? We're going to get you your order as swift as possible. Okay? All right, great. Now, as you're going after your big goals, I want you to consider these things. Are you showing up in life with excellence, or are you just getting by? Just doing enough? Oh, this is enough. I want you to think about these things, right? As the executive of your enterprise, okay? So remember that you're adding the word enterprise to your last name. Are you showing up in life with excellence, or are you just getting by? Okay, now let's explore how embracing excellence can unlock new levels of success, new levels of influence, and new levels of fulfillment in your life. And for those of you who are new here, when you hear me say influence, I don't want you to think about social media. Social media is not the only place where you need influence. It's not. You need influence in your family. You need influence on the job. You need influence in your community. So influence is not just a social media thing. Okay? All right. Do not request to join the live because I won't accept it. Okay? All right, great. So here we go. Let's explore how embracing excellence can unlock a new level of success, influence, and fulfillment in your life. Now, excellence is a mindset, not a skill. It's a mindset. Okay? You got to be going into this thing thinking, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to operate at my best. I'm going to produce the best. Not perfectionism. Okay? All right? Remember, perfectionism leaves no room for error. Okay? All right. So excellence is a mindset, not a skill. Excellence is about your standard. It's a decision to show up fully doing the best you can in every area of your life. Every area. Okay? It means going the extra mile when others stop at good enough. Oh, this is just good enough. And I'll share this story with you. I don't remember who told this story. I can't remember if it's one of my mentors that told the story. There was a builder that had been doing his job, building homes for a very long time. So it got close to his retirement. Some of you have heard me tell the story before, right? It got close to his retirement. He was building his final house for his final home for the company that he worked for. Okay. So he was like, okay, this is the last one I'm doing. Guess what he did? He went in and he did subpar work. The lowest grade of material, didn't pay attention to the details, right? Just did good enough. This is good enough to get by. That's the work that he did because he was thinking, oh, I'm retiring. This is the last home that I'm building. He put in subpar work, mediocrity on another level. And guess what happened? When he got done with that project, the company handed him the keys and said, this home is for you for all the work that you've done for the company. Can you imagine how he felt knowing that that is his house? Think about it. Because he decided that, okay, this is the last one. I'm just going to do whatever. They handed him the keys and said, this is your house for all your years of service. Because he decided, okay, I'm just going to do just good enough. This is good enough to get by. Whoever is going to live in this is just good enough for them. Say that to say, show up with excellence in everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing. Because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know who it is for, right? Yes, you get what you get. Absolutely. Yeah. Because if he had known that was going to be his house, I promise you he would requisition for the best materials, right? Ask for the best of everything to put into that house. Spend extra time on all the details if he knew. So your challenge becomes, will I show up with excellence in everything that I do? Doesn't matter how small it is. Doesn't matter who it's for. Even if the person cannot pay you for it, will you do it with excellence? That becomes a challenge for you because you never know what door is going to open for you on the other side of this thing that you're doing, even if it's a small task. You never know. So show up with excellence. And I shared on my social media, I'm transitioning into a new program, dual degree program, right? Applied to get in, submit my transcript and all of that. That's all I did. I never mentioned anything about my presence on social media. I never mentioned anything about being an author, writing books, none of that. I just wanted to get into the program. So I fill out the application that everybody fills out. I submitted my transcript so that I can transfer what I've already done. The president of the program decided to do a deep dive into who I was. Check all of my social media, right? Check my Amazon page. All of that. I didn't know they were going to do that. But because I'm determined to show up with excellence, They were very impressed with what they saw, right? So in everything that you're doing, don't ever say, oh, nobody's going to see this anyways. You never know. You never know. So I want you to focus on operating with excellence in everything that you do, because you never know who is going to read it, who is going to see it, right? Who is going to participate, who is going to be in the room. You never know. Because sometimes we're praying for major opportunities, praying for major breakthroughs, but we're not putting in high quality work to get what we're praying for. You got to do that. Okay? You have to do that. None of that is in the book, but I hope it inspires somebody to do a little bit better. Okay? Do a little bit better. And if you're in a space where you're saying, I can't put my best foot forward because I'm exhausted right now, what I want you to do is rest and then come back to the table and put your best foot forward. Okay? Rest. Recalibrate. Then come back to the table and put your best foot forward. Okay? All right. So again, excellence is a mindset, not a skill. Excellence is about your standard. It's a decision to show up fully, doing the best that you can in every area of your life. Okay? It means going the extra mile when others stop at good enough. It means taking pride in your work, no matter how small the task is. It means leading with integrity, with discipline and consistency. And these are things that I take pride in. I take pride in. Anybody can scroll my social media and see that, okay, she's very consistent. If there's anything that we know about her from the get-go, is that she's consistent, because I'm going to show up consistently. Okay? You may be smarter than me. You may have more money than me, but what you won't beat me in is consistency. Okay? Because anything that I do, I'm determined to show up with excellence, and consistency is a part of that. Okay? Hey, Miguel, good morning to you. Good morning. All right. So again, it means leading with integrity, with discipline and consistency. Now, the difference between excellence and mediocrity is that mediocrity asks, what's the minimum I can do to get by? What is the minimum that I can do to just get in and get out? You're missing opportunities when you operate like that. You do. You do. So again, mediocrity asks, what is the minimum I can do to get by? While excellence asks, how can I make this better? How can I make this thing better? And that is a philosophy that I live by. If I'm going to be a part of it, it has to be better than than how it was before I got connected. It has to be better. It has to be better than before I came into the picture. Okay? That is a philosophy that I live by. I am an asset to anything and anyone that I get connected to. I'm not a liability. I will not be a liability. I am an asset to anyone or anything that I connect to. And that is not ego talking, right? That's not ego. I understand who I am. I understand my work ethic. I understand what I bring to the table. It's not ego. So I pride myself on being an asset to anyone or anything that I connect to. That's just how I live my life. It's a philosophy that I live by. Okay? And it's okay to do that. It's okay to want to operate with excellence. It is fine. That is okay. All right? Good morning, Michael. How are you? How you doing? So, the difference between the two, mediocrity and excellence, is the level of effort that you put in, the level of focus that you put on whatever it is that you're working on, and the level of commitment that you bring to the table. Okay? So those are the difference between mediocrity and excellence. Effort, focus, and commitment. All right? So maybe you had a not so good year last year, but this year you're determined to be excellent in how you show up and what you do. And the determining factors will be your level of effort that you put into it, your focus, and your commitment to what it is that you're doing. Okay? All right? Good morning, my friend. All right. So Here's what you should know, especially those of you who are waiting on something big to happen in your life. You're waiting for a major opportunity. You're waiting for a major breakthrough. You're waiting for a promotion. You're waiting for doors to open up for you. Here's what you should know. Excellence attracts opportunities. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not guessing this. I know it does. Excellence attracts opportunities. People recognize and reward excellence. Businesses grow because they provide excellent service. Someone said Chick-fil-A in the comments a little while ago. So their business grow because of the excellent service that they provide, right? Leaders succeed because they bring excellence to their work. If you think about athletes and artists and innovators, all of them stand out because they pursue excellence, right? I love to watch, what's his name? Kobe Bryant interviews, right? About the days and the hours that he spent working on his craft, right? To become the best. I love watching his interviews. That's excellence personified, right? The amount of hours, first in, the last out. Hours. Okay? So you're going to have to do some work if you want to be excellent. You're going to have to do some work. Okay? All right. So again, they pursue excellence, not just success. It's not enough just to want success. You need to want to operate with excellence. Good morning, Ramesh. How are you? Okay? You got to want to operate with excellence. When you get committed to excellence, you don't chase opportunities. They chase you. And again, I'm telling you from experience, there are opportunities right now in my email, in my inbox, that people are praying for. They're praying to get these opportunities. People are praying for it, but they're missing the part that, hey, you got to show up with excellence. You got to put some work into how you do what you do so it will get the attention of the right people. They're missing that part. Okay? They're missing that part. Okay? Hey, Millicent, how are you? Send me a message. Okay? So when you commit to excellence, you don't chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. Now, here's how you're going to cultivate excellence daily. Here's how you're going to do it. You're going to set a standard for yourself. Decide today that average is not your portion. It is not your operational mode. I'm not doing average. Not doing average. I saw somebody post a little while ago. I think they said something to the effect of, I'll never be the one that comes in early and leave late. I don't know, but that's not excellence. It's not. It's not. So you got to decide from today that average is not my thing, okay? It's not my operational mode. I want to operate with excellence, okay? And here's what you got to think about. When you're operating with excellence, it's not even necessarily about the opportunity. It's about the person that you have to become to operate at that level. It's about the person that you have to become to operate at that level. Okay? That's the part that I want you to get. So it's not necessarily about the opportunities. What's his name? Jim Rohn said that he made up in his mind that he was going to become a millionaire, not for the money, but for the person that he had to become to have $1 million in the bank. Now, that is personal development, right? So we don't set the goal of becoming a millionaire just for the money, but it is a person that you have to become to get that type of financial status, right? The level of stewardship, the level of learning from your mistakes, right? The level of stretching yourself to connect to the right people and be in the right room, right? So we're not setting these big goals just for the financial benefit that is connected to it, but the person that I have to become to hold that as my reality, right? Okay. All right, great. Let me keep going. How can I be excellent for my own personal development? So, again, number one, set a standard. What are the standards that you hold near and dear to your heart, Aldo? What are the standards that you have? I plan ahead of time. If I know I have something coming up, like this weekend coming up, right? I have an event. My outfit has been planned for more than a month now because I operate with excellence. I'm not going to get to the day of the event that I found out 2 months ago about. I'm not going to wait until the day of the event to decide what I'm going to wear. No, I have a standard. I need to be prepared. Okay? So, what is your standard? I have a standard for my appearance. When I show up, I want to show up well. So I never get into a room and I'm concerned about being overdressed. I'm never overdressed. I don't care what you think, what they think. I'm never overdressed. I show up in a way that I feel comfortable representing myself. So you need standards. Okay? I hope this is helping y'all. I'm getting passionate because this is my thing. Okay? This is my lane. Okay? So you got to have standards. I show up well. I'm never overdressed. I'm dressed the way that I want to dress to feel comfortable. Okay? I plan ahead. If I know I have a trip coming up, like we're going to Jamaica, and from the time I confirm the tickets, confirm the flights and the hotel, I'm thinking about things that I need to get in place. And I was talking to my daughter and I was saying something to her about the trip, and she's like, "Why are you thinking about that now? The trip is months from now." That's how I operate. That is my default setting to make sure that I plan and I have things in place, because I'm not going to get to the last minute and I'm rushing around running like they say back home, like a chicken with no head. Right? That's not how I do things. Okay? So you got to have standards in place for those of you who want to operate with excellence. Okay? If I know I have a speaking engagement coming up, as soon as I confirm that, yes, I'll be there, I'll speak, my head goes into, okay, what's the topic that I want to speak on? What are the examples that I'm going to pull based on the topic that I want to speak on? That's how I operate. I'm not waiting till the last minute, then I'm all over the place with anxiety, and no. It is. I'm now working on the Executive Suite Week 2 task and finally realized that it's excellence, the one that is missing. Okay, great. Awesome. I love that, Lilia. I love that. So she's talking about my coaching community. So she's working on the assignment for the coaching community. For those of you who want to join in, those of you who want to operate with excellence, you can absolutely join my coaching community to help you in that area. Okay? Yes, focus, discipline, and organize. Absolutely. That is what I live by. So when I share these things with you all, again, I share things that I'm actively doing or have done in the past in my life and got results from it. Okay? So I don't teach you anything that I don't do. Because if I'm teaching you a point, I promise you I can pull an example of how I do it in my life. Because integrity, again, that's a part of being excellent. I believe that you should teach if you've done it or if you're actively doing it. That I don't tell people to do things that I've never done. Or, yeah, I don't practice that. Okay? All right, great. So you need standards. The time is going. Thought last year that I'd be better at those, but I'm not. So excellence should be in place. Okay, great. Awesome. I love it. Studying English. Okay. All right, great. Hey, good morning, Estrel. How are you? Good morning, JT. All right, so here we go. So set standards for yourself. You're going to decide that average is not your operational mode. You operate with excellence, okay? And excellence start with a personal commitment, not just when people are watching, but when no one is looking. When no one is looking, you got to operate with excellence, same way you would do it as if you're standing in front of a crowd, okay? And that is not just for the crowd. It is for you. Keeping your word to yourself, okay? and you'll trust yourself more when you can do the thing even when you're the only audience. Okay? So that is maintaining integrity with self. Okay? So you're not doing a thing just because there's a crowd watching you. No, I'm going to do it well. Thank you so much for the gifts. I'm going to do it well even when I am the only audience, because that is maintaining integrity with self. And I want to do that. I want to maintain integrity with self. Okay? All right. Great, great, great. So you're going to operate with excellence even when no one is watching. The next thing that you're going to do is master small tasks. Master small tasks. Okay? For those of you who are wondering what I'm reading from, I'm reading from the Bold Moves Manual on page 145. So you can get a copy of what it is that I'm going through. You can get it in this book. Okay? So I'm on page 145 today. That's what I'm reading. Excellence, right here. So everything that I'm going over, you will find it in the Bold Moves Manual. Okay, so you can get your copy to follow along. See the comments for where you can get it. Okay, she's telling you where you can get it in the comments. So page 145 in the Bold Moves Manual for those of you who are just coming in the room. Okay, if you want to follow along with us, grab a copy of the book. All right, so you want to master small tasks. Excellence is built, is a new version available? Not yet, Aldo. I'm going to be finalizing the edits in the next 2 weeks. Okay? All right, great. So you're going to master small tasks. Excellence is built in the details. So how you do small things is how you do everything. Okay? If you're cutting corners in the small things, you're going to cut corners in the big things because that is your default setting to cut corners. And we don't want to operate like that. So you're going to master the small tasks. Operate with excellence in the small tasks. If they tell you, hey, set up that table for the presentation, you're going to set the table up well. Make sure that all the corners are even, right? If the tablecloth is crushed, figure out, is there a way that I can steam this thing really quickly because I don't want to put this on the table? That's excellence. It's a small task, but the way that you do small things is the way that you're going to do big things. So if your assignment is to set the table, set it with excellence. Okay? Because somebody's watching you. I promise you, somebody is watching you. Whether it's someone that looks up to you or someone that you should be looking up to, right? They're watching you. They are. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's skip through some of this. Again, you can get the whole strategy in the book. So grab you a copy of the book. All right. So you're going to master the small tasks, whether it's the way that you dress, the way that you speak, the way that you handle little things. Bring your best to the table. Okay. And having a growth mindset also helps with excellence. Excellence requires constant learning and improvement. Even if you don't have books to read, go to YouTube and watch videos on things that you're interested in so that you can do it to the best of your ability. So a growth mindset helps with excellence. Constant learning, constant improving, not improving in a sense of perfectionism. No, I just want to grow. I want to learn a little bit more about this, a little bit at a time. Okay? So you're going to study, you're going to refine, you're going to push yourself to the next level. Okay? The best never stops growing. Never. What's his name? The billionaire. I forget his name, but he reads like 6 hours a day. Okay? So you got to think about it. If you want the type of success that a specific person has, you got to be willing to do what they did to get there. Okay? You can't cut corners. You can't. No, King, not him. The investment guy. I can see his house in my head. Yes, Warren. Absolutely, Warren. Yes. Yes, Erica. He reads 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. Yeah. All right. So here we go. So you got to continue to grow. Okay. I want you to make the decision to choose excellence over average. Okay. Choose excellence over average. Show up your best. Refuse to settle. Be committed to a life of greatness. And it doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter where you're from, right? If you have that one white shirt, you're going to make sure that it is clean and that you show up well. If that's all you have, it's okay. Show up with excellence. Make sure that it's clean. Make sure it's ironed, right? Because opportunities can come your way just from the way that you present, the way that you show up with excellence. All right? Another story that I'll share with y'all really quickly, and then the rest of the stuff, you're just going to have to get it from the book. But I'll share another story with you. There was this guy that he lost his job, right? Lost his job, was about to be homeless because he didn't have money to pay his rent. You know what he decided to do? Every day he got up, the one suit that he had, he made sure that it was clean. And every day he showed up at the coffee shop where like major individuals would hang out, right? Big bosses, CEOs would be there. He made sure that every day he got up, put himself together and showed up at that coffee shop. Would you know that his opportunity met him right there? Right there. Didn't have a job, about to lose his apartment. So what did he have to lose? Just get up, dress up, and show up at the places where the opportunity can meet you. And he showed up with excellence, and that is where his opportunity met him. So don't say, oh, my background is this, my background is that. This is where I'm at right now. This thing is not looking good in my life right now. Can you show up with excellence? Can you help somebody with excellence? Because you never know what door will open up for you just by you doing this little task and doing it so well. Just by you making sure that the one white shirt that you have, it's clean, and I'm going to put it together and I'm going to show up well. And I'm going to be in a place where opportunity can meet me. Can you do that? That's a part of operating with excellence. Okay? My passion is getting the best of me, but I hope y'all understand it. Okay? I'm not knocking you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help all of us. So can you show up with excellence? That is the question. Okay? The rest of the notes, you get it in the book, page 145. Okay? The rest of the strategy, because my time is up. Yeah, there's so much more to it, but get it in the book. It's all in the book. Page 145. All right, to get you a copy of the Bold Moves Manual and read through the rest of it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's make some declarations and then I've got to go. Let's do that. Let's make some declarations and then I've got to go. If you have any questions for me, you can always send me a message, okay? Always send me a message, DM me. For those of you who want to work with me, send me a message. Miss Gloria, can you help Sandra? Can you help Sandra with the information? She's asking how to get the book. Welcome, Sandra. Hit that follow button. I'm live here Mondays through Fridays, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. So get connected. We're going places as a community. Miss Gloria is going to help you with how you can get the book, okay? I can't say the name because they're going to flag me if I say the name, okay? So that's why she's going to help you find it, okay? If I say it, they're going to flag me and you just may fall off the live. Okay. All right. Awesome. Great. All right. Let's make some declarations. Let's do that. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Thank you, Julie. How are you? Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. So what you speak is what you will see. The words that we declare here, they help to design our lives. They are our reality that we live in. All right. So I'm going to decree for all of us and you're going to type in the comments, I agree with that. All right, so here we go. Let's get these declarations done. Let's do them. I decree that the Lord is blessing us and keeping us in all our ways. I decree that his face and his favor is shining upon us and giving us peace. I decree that we're healthy and strong in body, mind, and spirit. I decree that we're well balanced in every area of our lives. I decree that we're blessed coming and going. I decree that our storehouse or savings, our checking, our investment accounts are blessed with abundance and overflow. I decree that we're blessed with clear direction and a disciplined life. I decree that the rain of abundance, favor, and goodness is falling on us. I decree that we're blessed with success, with prosperity and provision. I decree that we walk today in faith and expectancy with results. I decree that we're empowered to prosper in our walk with the Lord. I decree that God's grace is giving us speed and acceleration in all that we do. I decree things of great value is coming our way today. I decree that the Lord is amplifying our voices and perfecting our gifts. I decree that God is connecting us to great men and giving us strategic kingdom opportunities. I decree that we are victorious in life. And that is how we program a productive and a successful day. So now our mindset and our intentions are set for today, and we understand that anything is possible when you have the right mindset and the will to do what you say you're going to do. So I need you to take the day on with faith and expectancy. Expect good things, expect answered prayers, expect promotion and increase. Anything is possible. Operate with excellence. Excellence is the word of the day. You never know what lies on the other side of you showing up with excellence and doing even that small task in an excellent way. All right. Have an amazing day. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another word of the day. Send me a message for those of you who want to work with me, or if you have any questions for me, just send me a message. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Have a great day. Bye for now.